Hey everybody, it's Nicole just popping in here to do the second half of the Fit Moms Don't Click vlog. And this one is about co-parenting with your ex and you may not have the best relationship with them. So I've talked to quite a few moms and this is one of the questions that comes up quite often. How do I co-parent with my ex when we do not even get along? And that's a real situation and it can cause a lot of stress for people. In the beginning of my divorce and probably for a few years after, we did not have the best co-parenting relationship and we did not communicate well. We're not experts at it today either, but it's something that I am striving to work towards, is to have a better co-parenting relationship with my ex-spouse. Some things that I've picked up along the way from some people who do have good co-parenting relationships and my counselor, just a few things that I thought may be helpful. One of those was to always respect the title that my ex-husband has in our son's life. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But we don't always do it. The title that he will always hold is father. The title that I will always hold is mother. One of the things the counselor told me was, it's just like being at work. You may have a coworker or a boss that you may not really like that much, but you respect that title that they have. You communicate with them, you learn how to do it effectively, and you work towards the end goal. That could be a project, it could be whatever, but you work towards the end goal and you do what you need to do on the job. And she told me to think about it like that. And I was like, okay, I can do that. That's feasible for me. And so in the very beginning of our divorce, I thought about it that way. We may not get along and that's okay. It doesn't even matter. Our end goal is to ensure that our son is happy, healthy, and safe. That's my end goal. Whether he's with me, whether he's with him. And that will involve communication on both of our parts. So in respecting the title, so I kind of talked a little bit about that, but communication comes into play with that. People think you always have to talk to communicate. You don't. There are some people who just cannot verbally talk without getting into an argument. I know some couples or ex-couples like that. And if that's you, accept the reality of the situation. And maybe you all need to email each other and or text each other. At the beginning of the divorce, that's what I did with my ex for quite a while because emotions were high on both ends. So we would email anything that we needed to discuss regarding our son. Health, school, visitation, those things, we emailed. If it was vitally important, yes, I pick up the phone and I call. But we had to get to the point where we could communicate. And I will say, we're still working on it. It is not perfect by any means, and it takes a while to get there. Another very important thing that I've learned along the way is to always be cordial to my ex-husband in front of our son. Now, again, this does not matter whether you like your ex-spouse or not. It doesn't matter whether you get along. What matters is that you are cordial in front of your children. And sometimes you may not want to be. That's okay. We're all human. But you have to be. And it may take you a while to get there, but you definitely need to be cordial in front of your children because we as parents are role models for our children and we're teaching them good and bad behavior. So one of the things that I've started doing, I've done it for quite a while, is when my ex comes to drop Bryce off or pick him up, I speak. I say hello or hey when he drops him off after having the weekend with him, especially maybe if Bryce had homework or was sick or something was going on. I'd be like, hey, Bryce, make sure you give your dad a hug. And then I'd say, okay, did he do his homework? Is there something where I need to pick up? How was his eating? If he was sick, things of that nature. And I just talk about it and say it. My ex didn't always speak to me, but that's okay. You can't make a grown person do anything, but what you can control is how you react to a situation and just you. And so it's not going to come as second nature to everybody and it's not going to happen overnight, but you can work towards making sure that you can start to have a better co-parenting relationship. And that's by respecting the title that your ex has in your child's life, communicating with them and learning how to do that effectively, and also being cordial when you're in front of your children with your ex-spouse. Again, it's going to take time, but I know you can do it.